Hello, this is Serpent Stare. This is Symphony, Liberate Your Music, and continuing my game. There is something I want to complain about. I know there hasn't been enough of that in this series. These filters. One of the things that bothers me is that there are only 3 types of filters. You can filter by artist, which might be great, except that the songs that I want to use are by a whole bunch of different artists, and you can't choose more than one. See, if I hold down Control or I hold down Shift, it still only shows me a single artist at once. Or you can filter by album, which is what I have been doing, because the majority of my songs are from the album ocremix.org. However, that's not the case with all of them. I've got some in the Final Fantasy II Rebellion album, for instance, that I haven't played yet, because they weren't displayed, on account of being in a different album. Again, I can't choose multiple items on a filter list to filter by. Or I can choose no filter. It's literally just artist and album. If I could filter by folder, I would really appreciate that. Why should I need to filter by folder? I've only got one folder selected. Well, see, the problem is, like this for instance, Seasick Mama, A Company, Quit Your Job, these songs, these are not from my folder. I didn't add them, they come with the game. Unfortunately, it's not possible to tell the game anywhere, don't use the default files. I only want to use my music. And so, if I don't want those to show up, if I don't want to play them, I have to filter, and incidentally filter out some of the songs that I do want to play. It's quite annoying. I'm also looking for a way to filter or show me only those songs that I haven't played yet. This is a way to show me only those songs that I have played. This is a way to show me only those songs whose items I've unlocked. But I don't have a way, so far as I can see, just to list those songs that I haven't played yet, and play them all once, like I want to do. Well, I'll play a random song from this list, and hope that it's something new. We'll play on Mezzo Forte, the current difficulty. I would also really appreciate it if I had more fine control over the rotation. Oh hey, that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. Huh. There were already enemies, but I didn't even hear the music. This sounds very chill. Very chill indeed. Oh. Broke my chain, wasn't paying attention in the right place. Okay, those lightning ships, very annoying. God damn it. Did you see that? Did you see me just trying to pick up that big node, the wave bonus, and phasing through it because it was flashing? Like, I thought the flashing just meant it was fading, not that for the times that it wasn't visible, you couldn't pick it up. Oh man. It's time to be angry at this game again, Turk. I thought I had chilled out, and it was just kind of enjoying it. But no, if I want to preserve my chains by saving the nodes, then there's only so long I can save them. And it's not until they disappear, it's until they start flashing, because then I might not be able to pick them up. Oh good. What? Oh, demon time.
A great soul can weave together music, intelligence, and logic. This great composer will show you what this means.
Yo. Alright, it's a composer, it's a demon version of those weird Tetris things that I was facing. and it's gonna chase me. Unfortunately, there's not apparently enough room at the bottom of the screen for my ship actually sit there without having its front blown off when squares come down there. But this is at least an interesting boss fight. I think this is the first phase of the boss that I've seen as well. It's starting to look as though these squares may be interesting. Sorry, I didn't actually know this was coming. This is not why I adjusted. This is not why I adjusted my weapon set. I really ought to have known this was coming if I had been paying attention to the previous video. But I wasn't. Okay, and this particular wire mesh face, it's got like the image, it's got the image of a beard. There we go. And I do think that those faces are supposed to represent specific composers, partly because this game fairly recently came out with Steam cards, and there are specific composers on the Steam cards. Not only are there specific composers in the Steam cards, it tells you a little bit about the way that each one will attack you. I'm also just now noticing this. I can't move any further back than this. It looks like there's an entire extra ship width at the bottom of the screen where I should be able to move, but this is as far as I can go. If I try to retreat further than this, I can't. I'm stuck. Subwoofer is doing great things for me. Alright, Into the Earth from Blaster Master. I did not quite catch the remixer's name there.
Once your music is absorbed, it will be my window into your physical world. Perhaps I will enter this universe through your soul. Then it will all begin.
You're not impressing me. I've already defeated 2 of your linchpin things. 2 of your linchpin things, yes, that's the most intimidating thing I could possibly have said. 2 of your demon composers. I'm kind of frustrated by that because I think I was well on my way to getting 100% on that song, and then a demon showed up. Mind you, if I didn't want the demons to show up at all, I could play on the easier difficulties and just bank some inspiration and kudos. Okay, let's check this out. Blaster Master Into the Earth, which I just played, it was by 9s, and it was good fun. Alright, since I unclicked that and I'm right in front of Turks in Pursuit, let's play Turks in Pursuit. And then let's spend some of this kudos that I've banked up. As you can see, we're on the 3rd hardest difficulty. We're on hard difficulty. Continue on. My friend Fish is a huge fan of the Final Fantasy games, and of this track in particular. I think he found this remix of it very amusing. Although, myself, I'm honestly not familiar with this song, the original song. will note that the achievements for this game that require you to get 100% and or no deaths, I don't think there's any that just require you to go through a song with no deaths. I think you always have to get 100%, and possibly do it with no deaths. Thing is, that's not that much more challenging in my opinion than 100%ing the song to begin with, because if you die, it's very unlikely that you're not gonna miss anything before respawning. If you die, it's difficult to 100%. And as I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes of this playlist, once you lose a piece of your ship or fall behind your power-ups and the song starts getting intense, it's really difficult to catch up. Once you start failing, you just keep failing. Because if your weapons aren't enough to dispatch even the low-level ships, like I am completely failing to do right now, for instance, then you won't get further power-ups, and they won't get any more powerful. It's like you really have to climb on that wagon and ride it all the way to the end. And the only reason that that's not really unforgiving and frustrating is that the songs can be fairly short, but I think it's quite frustrating. Another rocket pack. Oh, I didn't die. I missed a lot, but I didn't die. Hefty, I guess. Okay, now I've got tons of kudos, and I wanted to go and check out the Mega Blaster. Where's my double cannon? I can upgrade this now. Yes, I'm good at it. Now I have a level 5 double cannon. You know, I was going to say, I'm really curious what the maximum level of any given weapon is, but it looks like I found it, because I can't upgrade this anymore. The upgrade button has vanished. Alright. Well, that gives me interesting information. I have 54,000 more kudos. So if I can find that Mega Blaster, that is exactly enough kudos to upgrade the Mega Blaster too. Wonderful. Good stuff. Okay, and once I get another 162,000 kudos, I can upgrade that to its max power. Okay, now let's stop looking at those. Also, a bunch of these have only been cleared in the earlier difficulties, so you can tell that from the difference in the stars. I could revisit one of these and show you, I think I will, I'll revisit Aquaria Minibadass and show you that those targets have been reached. And accordingly, I don't really get any points for reaching those same targets again. It's one of the rare situations where I could still beat the level having died, in theory. 100% the level having died, I mean. Not saying I'm going to, just that I could, in theory. What was I saying? Right. I believe how it works, this is my memories from earlier playthroughs of the game, is that if I now beat this with all of its targets which have opened up at the current difficulty level, then I will get the difference in kudos, but I won't re-earn the kudos that I already had for this song. So it is less efficient resource gathering to replay songs that you've already played. It'd still be fun songs though. And of course, this song was already featured on this playlist because I played it earlier in this same game chain. However, I'll link it again. And if you are actually watching this and you're annoyed by repeats, well, let me know. Although, as of this recording, I really don't seem to have any viewers, so I get to do whatever I want and not worry about it. For the time being. I do try to make things entertaining. I know. You love hearing about YouTubers complain about YouTube and what it's like trying to get things moving, right? I'm thinking I might actually want to turn up the music volume, because this seems kind of quiet to me. Those lightning bolt power-ups are what I need. Occasionally get them by finishing waves, but if you don't finish the waves because you're weak, because you haven't been weakened or the song is overwhelming you, then you don't get the power-ups, and if you don't get the power-ups, you don't finish any of the waves because you are still weak. And then you just wind up running. It's kind of a terrible situation. Oh. Did you see that there was like... Oh, hey! When I shoot the crescendo, there's a wave that shoots outward from me. That's a nifty graphical effect. Alright, so 26,600 instead of 41,000. Which, if I go back into that and pretend like I'm going to play it again. Nope, it's not going to tell me how many points I would have gotten for the earlier levels, because why would it, really? Well, I didn't get the full amount of points that it said that level was worth, because I had already gotten some of them. However, as you can see, I did get the full amount of inspiration that I collected, so that isn't reduced on a replay. You can keep getting inspiration for as long as you want. Now that's going to be it for this episode of Symphony. Join me next time as I continue to wreck these demons.